What's up, YouTube? So, black identity. More specifically, brown skin, dark skin, black female identity. I'm sure you guys noticed, especially if you are a brown skin, dark skin female, you've noticed that, that particular identity has been, you know, we can just say under attack. And you know it seems like there may be some sort of a low-key conspiracy even to sort of phase brown skin and dark skin women out of the media and perhaps even out of the community, you know um, but one thing that I do pick up on and that I do notice is that oftentimes when these situations of dark skin, brown skin, black women trying to, declare and stake out their identity as brown skin, dark skin, black women, and really just, the standard of what a black woman is, right? Oftentimes, they end up being undermined. One by light skinned biracial mixed females, but another is by brown skin and dark skin black men. And I think that is the more serious threat and concern for a few reasons. One, because brown skin and dark skin men they do have the power and the numbers and the influence to sort of shift and to help, you know, brown skin, brown skin, dark skin, black women, you know, establish and stake out their claim as, being the standard of black women, right? They have that power. Um, you know, but also because brown skin and dark skin men are, you know, like brown skin, dark skin men and brown skin, dark skin women are each other's counterparts, right? So you would expect your counterpart to have your back when it comes to situations like this. I know we all black, right? We're all black, but in situations like this, unfortunately, we do have to make distinctions. Let's be real, we do. Because everybody else is making distinctions, you know, against brown skin, dark skin, black women. So, why can't they make a distinction in favor of themselves, right? And that's the thing too. It's sort of like a low-key guilt trip that um, the light-skinned biracial females do, but also the brown-skinned, dark-skinned black men, like a guilt trip and shaming tactic, right? And perhaps there's some light-skinned mixed dudes mixed into it too, perhaps. But I feel like low-key they'll just probably just stay out of it, you know. At worst, they'll just stay out of it and mind their business. Which honestly, if brown skin, dark skin men just did that, and honestly just stayed out of it and just mind their own business too, I think things would go a lot better for the brown skin, dark skin females. But usually that ain't the case though. Usually these dudes are, guilt tripping and shaming the brown skin, dark skin women for doing honestly what the brown skin, dark skin men do. They do the same thing when it comes to light skin, biracial mixed men, right? And that's the thing too, like that I do pick up on, where it's like these brown skin, dark skin men often do the same thing that these brown skin, dark skin women do, but for some reason the brown skin, dark skin women are the ones getting shamed, and the brown skin, dark skin dudes are just, not having to deal with any of that. Like no one's coming after them, you know. At worst, the women just stay out of it and just let the men, handle it, right? you know. But I think if brown skin, dark skin men had brown skin, dark skin women's back a lot more when it came to this identity, and staking out an identity and establishing that they are the standard of blackness, things will be a lot different. But I feel like on some level, I think that some, not all, but some brown-skinned, dark-skinned black men low-key don't want brown-skinned, dark-skinned women to be the standard of blackness. I'm not quite sure why that is. Some people may say it's self-hate. Some people may just say that, perhaps they just feel that the light-skinned biracial females are a better look. I don't know. I have theories, but I'm not sure. And as well as some people have even mentioned, okay, describe a black man, or describe a black man, and now describe a black woman, right? Usually when it comes to black men, there tends not to be so much guesswork involved. Oh, who's a black man, or what's a black man, right? We tend, describe the features, right? We tend to be able to list off non-ambiguous, non, you know, white or non-black adjacent, non-black adjacent features. But when it comes to the women, it's a little different for some reason. I'm like, they come in all different colors. You heck, even on here on YouTube, I've even had a few, you know, brown skinned, dark skinned men sort of come at me saying like, hey, I don't, right, a half breed don't need to be speaking on black issues, on black men's issues. Like, what can a half breed tell me about black men's issues? We don't have the same struggles. You ain't got the struggle of a real nigga, right? Right. But yeah, right. And, I don't really, you know, take that, to heart or anything. I get where it comes from, you know. You know. And for the record, I've never once on here, and please, if you got some some receipts in the timestamp in the video, let me know. But I've never once on here advocated that light-skinned biracial mixed black identified men need to be the standard of blackness at all. No, I've never advocated for that. I've never pushed that on, the small, tiny little platform that I have. I'm pretty sure that this ain't even a platform really, but I've never pushed that. All right, I do agree that I do think that brown skinned, dark skinned men do need to be and deserve to be the standard of blackness. You know, because I think that they tend to bear. First, there are just more of them, generally speaking, but also tend to bear more of the brunt of blackness. You know, you know, and some people may argue. Some people can argue, and there are valid arguments. There are. But I also feel that it should be the same for the women, right? And honestly, if I think it was the same for the women, I think things would be a lot different and even a lot better in the community. I think it may help a lot of people in the community if brown skinned, dark skinned women were pushed as the standard of, a black woman. But I think, I'm not sure black women can do it alone, especially when you have, other people in the community, other groups of people in the community undermining them. The thing is, hardly anyone ever undermines black men, brown skinned, dark skinned black men when it comes to this issue. Even light skinned biracial men themselves don't undermine black men when it comes to this issue. Because I don't think I've ever ran across black men or light skinned biracial mixed black men who feel like they should just be the only thing, like the standard, the only. No. At most, it's just wanting the bigger piece of the pie, honestly. Wanting a little more shine, they way. You know, is that really a lot to ask for, right? You know, but honestly, I think it may work out pretty well for light-skinned biracial mixed dudes too, because at least I can say that when these colorism issues come up, a lot of times we ain't in the middle of this. We ain't the common denominator in a lot of these colorism discussions and problems. Thankfully, we ain't. And some people may want to jump on here and argue different, but you know, leave your comments and arguments in the comment section about that. You know. But I feel like this undermining, undermining factor is hard. It's overlooked. I feel like this is overlooked and swept under the rug and not taken into consideration enough when it comes to brown skin, dark skin, black women and trying to be the standard of blackness. You know? But I will say that the brown skin, dark skin men, you know, a message to you guys: live by the sword, die by the sword. Because when you are actively participating in the erasure of your direct female counterpart and undermining her when she attempts to stop the erasure, you got some blood on your hands with that, right? Because a lot of these dudes, these brown skinned dudes, you know, kind of like swear that, you know, they blackness can't be erased. Even when it comes to like kids and having kids with non-black women, like the black gene is dominant. You are the seed of your father. You know? But we all know blackness can be erased, right? And even brown skin and dark skinned black men can be phased out along with brown skinned, dark skinned women. Believe it or not, you know. When it comes to this media, like a lot of, you know, light skinned biracial dudes are on the come up right now. Like, oh, that never happened. Oh, shit. You know, ain't no high yellow nigga taking my place. But, you know, anything can happen, though. Anything's possible. Nobody's exempt. Don't get it twisted. Nobody's exempt. You know, everybody is susceptible to erasure. Heck, why do you think white people be acting the way that they do when it comes to this whole white supremacy thing? They came out in the droves, right? You've seen white people come out in droves about this white supremacy shit, right? Because they know what's up. You know, they know what's up. That even though they are seen at least as the majority of the population, they know. That's why they acting the way that they acting. That's why they put Trump in office too, right? Yeah, but you notice they're doing things to protect both the white male identity and the white female identity. You notice that though, you know, because they like, you know, it takes both of us to keep this system up and to perpetuate whiteness. You don't hear no white man saying, you know, preaching, you know, white gene is the dominant gene, and you know, you are the seed of your father. You don't really hear that coming from white men. You know, for them, if it ain't white like them, it ain't right like them. But let me bring this video to a close. Y'all ain't ready for it. Y'all ain't ready for it. Let me bring this video to a close. Alright. But thanks for watching. Feel free to leave your comments. I appreciate them. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.